Hello, everyone. It is Tuesday, March the 5th. Here with me, Tammeron at 222, going live on Facebook. And again, just a gentle reminder that each week I now upload these videos up onto my YouTube channel under Tammeron's Place. So if you'd like to share these videos or come back and look at them another time, please remember to subscribe to my channel and get the notifications by hitting the bell on my YouTube channel, which you will see below. If this is YouTube where you're watching this video. Again, I am the owner of Tammeron's Place, a retreat for spiritual growth, and I am now officially offering retreats, events, and starting to really tap into more of the Vedic astrology and supporting those who feel like they are needing more emotional balance in their life. So each week I'm making these videos here on Tuesdays to help you manage your emotions by giving you guys a question. And so each week I kind of intuitively tap into what's happening astrologically, and I predict what could be happening if you guys are feeling out of balance. And then, of course, we do the 2-card draw with Colette Baron-Reid's deck each week, and we get advice from Spirit on how to manage yourself emotionally for this week ahead. So the reason why I'm encouraging people is to go to the YouTube channel is because even for me, sometimes I go back and I look at the video and I go, yeah, that's exactly what happened this week and how I felt. Sometimes we feel like it's going to be in a different aspect of our life, but you know, when we sit down and take the time and review where that showed up in our life, usually I've been bang on. So I'm having a lot of fun with it myself. So I encourage you guys to do so as well. And please remember, that's an opportunity for you to share these videos with other people. I have my cup of tea floating here with me again today. We are now officially moving into a new moon energy, which will be happening tomorrow on Wednesday, March the 6th. And we are officially now today on Mercury Retrograde. So a lot of people are afraid of Mercury Retrograde, and stay tuned till the end of this video, because as a member of Tammeron's Place, my retreat for spiritual growth, I now am providing a free Mercury Retrograde guide. So I'm going to guide you guys each day inside the group. I'll be reposting some items on Instagram as well, reposting it onto my business page here on Tammeron's Place to give you guys just a little bit of advice on how to manage Mercury Retrograde. Because to be honest, I honestly feel that Mercury Retrograde can empower you rather than being so afraid of it, because Mercury represents communication. So it's an opportunity. There we go. There's Mercury Retrograde. I can't even speak right. I'm so excited. Mercury Retrograde is an opportunity for us to redo something. So to review, to rewrite, to relook, to look at a situation in a different light. So review. So when it lands on a new moon, I mean, with this powerful energy that a lot of us are feeling, for me, I'm feeling this is an opportunity for me to let go of something that really has not served me. There was lessons in there for me, but you know, to look at the situation from a different light, from a higher perspective, and to be grateful for the challenges that I had, because each time I felt like I was hitting a wall, it wasn't actually a wall. It was a reason for me to just stop and to keep connecting with myself and to learn how to trust my intuition a lot more, and to stop listening to other people. You know, sometimes we get validation from others, which is kind of nice. However, and this is another reason why I offer these videos for you guys each week, because this is an intuitive message that's coming through, even though we're using the tarot cards. However, you know, I do believe that the goal for a lot of people who are on this spiritual path in life is to build this relationship, you know, to open that crown chakra and to build the relationship with your own spirit, whether you call it God or love or whatever you want to call it. You know, it really is our guiding light in life. So a lot of my events and my courses, and also whatever is free, is a way for you to enhance that relationship with yourself, your true self. Okay. So here we go. Again, this is my moon cup. So new moon happening tomorrow. So I've got my cup out, and I love to share with you guys what it is that I'm drinking in my teacup each week, because again, my intuition, my body feels the same things that your body is feeling. And so with with us being in Mercury retrograde, and we are now moving into the new moon, and it's in Pisces. Pisces is the dreamer. This is an opportunity for us to revisit our vision, what it is that we want for ourselves, and to use Mercury retrograde as a time to, reflect, review, go back and review a few things and say, you know what, that's not me anymore. Whether it's in your business or it's in a personal situation in your life, remember, you have changed, and so have the other players in your life that are involved in this situation. So depending on where it's happening in your life, just, remember that. So again, a lot of people are feeling a lot of pain and inflammation. And I got up this morning and thought, you know what, today is the day where things are bothering me as well. So I'm just going to show with you guys my little box here. Again, I like to encourage everyone to start using herbs in their teas, and that's what I'm drinking here each week. I make a note on some of the things that I actually purchase. These are some leftover products from my old retail business that I had, where I sold a lot of these herbs and taught people how to use them as tea. So today I felt like making mullein tea. So that's actually what's in my teacup. I've added some high-grade essential oil from doTERRA. I've actually added a drop of cinnamon, because cinnamon just, get things moving. It's hot. It's an energy that moves things, but it's also it's an oil, it's an emotional aspect to it. It's about intimacy, going deeper, whatever. Anyways, but I like to make notes on my boxes so I remember what they're for, because there's nothing worse than buying something at a health food store and then you come home and you're like, what did the guy say that was for again? So just sharing a little tips. So you guys have noticed I've written anti-inflammatory, lung and throat infections. So it's also good. I'm going to show you guys. I live in Northern Ontario now, but mullein actually grows in warmer areas. So I'm originally from Southern Ontario, and it's a big leaf that it looks like an herb, but it's not. It's this massive plant that grows really high. It gets tall yellow flowers on it. So just think of the energy of it. Like, it can help you to stay strong and to keep blossoming, to keep your light strong. That's what we're going to be talking about in the video today. And also it's got a very strong, wide base. So remember, with anything in nature, whatever it is that you see on top of the soil is what's happening in the root. So it's a very powerful herb. Now I only have a piece of it here because it's going to fall apart. I've dehydrated it. So I've taken these big leaves. I used to pick them. They used to grow on my property, and I still have bags of them. Now, the reason why I do this, notice, look, I even have notes on when I would dehydrate it. Mullein clears the lungs, chest expectorant, also good for pain and bone adjustment. Now, I learned about this herb actually when I was a scout leader, believe it or not, like many years ago. And this is an herb that they teach kids that are out there in the woods and going on all these retreats and camping and hiking, that if you ever have a cut or a broken bone or a wound, you lift the leaf off the plant that's fresh and you wrap your bone. You press it down onto the area. And so it helps to relieve pain and inflammation. Now, we have done this a couple of times. So what I decided was that when I saw it actually growing on my property in my home, I didn't spray. And so I used to dehydrate them. So I still have this one bag left. You can see I dehydrated in 2015, and it's fallen apart inside the bag, but it's kind of soft and fuzzy. So that's what I'm drinking in my tea, okay? But I did have the smaller stuff that I bought at the health food store, okay? So if you guys have any questions or comments, please post them and I can guide you into that. Again, organic herbal teas are very healing for the body, and when you start using them a little bit more often, you're going to notice the effect of them and how cheap it actually is to use gifts from nature. Okay, so here we go. Again, just a reminder, this week we're doing a 2-card draw from Colette Baron-Reid. Shout out to her. She's Canadian. Wisdom of the Avalon Oracle cards. So we're going to recap. What is it that I feel people are going to be feeling this week? This was my question that I posted here for everybody, because we're not always balanced emotionally. So today we'll be obtaining advice from Spirit on how to manage your inner light and how to not let other people knock you down. We're entering into a new moon energy tomorrow, and we are now in Mercury Retrograde, which means it's time to revisit your dream and make some adjustments. So don't give up. I'm going to encourage you guys, and I just want to give you guys that gentle reminder that when we are trying to listen to our intuition and trying to honestly trust ourselves, and we have these ideas and these visions, and it rings to us. We can't explain it to people. We don't know why it's happening, because again, it's our intuition calling. However, when we start sharing these ideas with other people, it's the people we love that look at us and go, yeah, who do you think you are? Yeah, right. How do you think you're going to do that, or whatever? But the truth is, it's not about that, because when we have faith in trusting intuition and taking action steps, the universe gives back. And then we can make room for those new people that are going to come into our life, the new connections, the new people that are going to balance you out with your weaknesses. Because if your vision was the strength, then other people have an opportunity to come into your life. So this is the power of the new moon energy. And I'm going to read to you guys real quickly, and then we're going to do the 2-card draw. This is a prayer that I wrote. It's a haiku. I actually have it laminated. I keep it on one of my prayer altars, and I flip it. So whenever it's the full moon, I chant this mantra, and then when it's the new moon, this is the mantra that I chant. So I'll be posting it on Facebook tomorrow, but I'm going to read it to you, okay? New moon. Draw in prime people and places. Bless us with fortune and lore. Oh, Mother Moon, so sweet. All right, so that's a little haiku that I wrote. Okay, so this is the energy. So hold on to your vision, all right, and just allow things to flow into your life. So here we go. 2-card draw. First card that I drew from Colette Baron-Reid's deck is our challenge, and it's all about protection, okay, protecting yourself. The second card is your action step. It says letting go. All right, so we're going to go back, and I'm going to look at these cards individually. So again, protection. Isn't it interesting how this morning I got up and felt like I needed to drink this kind of tea? Because again, I'm going to read this to you on the box. I'm going to put my glasses on for a minute. What it says here talks about some of the stuff about energy and this kind of stuff. But it says in India, mullein was used to guard against evil spirits, while the American Indians adopted mullein for ceremonies, smoking, and medicine. Okay, so again, listen to that. It is used to guard against evil spirits, while the American Indians adopted mullein for ceremonies, smoking, and medicine. So intuitively, back then, they understood that even as human beings, things will attack us. Things will attack us. So think of a bright light. And whenever a bright light starts to shine super bright, what happens? It attracts bugs, moths. Things start attacking, and they want to stick to it, all right? Because they just want to be a part of it, right? And again, we have to learn how to hold on to that energy and just have boundaries, hold on to our vision, send blessing out to those, all right? Because the reason why that these people might be reacting is because it's a different vibrational energy. So they may not be trusting their intuition. They may not be living their dreams. They may not be wanting to go for it. And that's okay. Because my belief is that as I do better in my personal life, I give back to those friends in my family so they benefit, right? Sometimes people just want to stick their hands in right away and see you having something, and it's like no, we have the power to choose what we want to give back to other people, right? In my mind, there are no rules. Nobody defines me on how I choose to give back. So that's just my personal opinion. You're welcome to have your own. But again, what I found in the past is that, it takes time to sit down and consider, how we're going to make these changes in our life. So that to me is really what this message is really trying to share, is that protect yourself, protect your energy, and remember, let go. Let go of what other people are saying about you. Let go about what's actually happening around you, because it has nothing to do with you. has to do with the other people. Okay. And when that happens, more energy, more things, more messages or downloads, or people are calling them now, are going to start coming in. But you have to go through this initial process. It's almost like there's all this spiritual energy, what I believe are angels and beings, and they're just waiting, you know, for us to have this opening. So they're going to test us. They're going to give us a little something, right? And see how we manage that before a lot comes in, right? Because it can be an overload, right? So just a little bit, just let your vision go. And then remember, during this energy of this new moon, you know, just sit down, write in your journal. I'm just going to share with you my private journal again as a member of Tammeron's Place, which I'll talk about in a minute. You know, I use this to actually make notes on things that I'm hearing, some things that I want to do, and to ask myself, you know, what am I going to revisit? What am I going to look at differently? And how am I going to move forward? It's a really, really powerful week. So I encourage you guys to do this, post any questions or comments, and I will check on here again later, and I will support you guys as much as I can. And I just want to encourage you to pass out these videos as much as you can to people that you feel could use some of the support from these weekly videos that I'm doing. People feel that I do free readings, but the truth is, this is what I do for free. This is how I encourage people to really connect to themselves. My new website is coming up for Tammeron's Place, a retreat for spiritual growth. So in the meantime, if you do want a private reading with me, you're just going to have to send me a private message, and then we can book a time. So pretty soon, all that's going to be set up on the website. It's going to be a lot easier, and then I'll be able to just share the link below these videos, right? So in the meantime, I can still offer that. However, I do specialize in the energies of the moon, and especially what's happening with Mercury retrograde and some other planets. So as I'm learning, I will be sharing more in depth with you guys, and then I'll be able to offer one-on-one retreats, group retreats coming up soon as well. And we're going to go a little bit deeper and really looking at people's Vedic astrology charts and giving you guys these remedies that I've been talking about with high-grade essential oils, because they're going to help you to balance your emotions. All right. So as a member of Tammeron's Place right now, every week, each member gets an inbox on Monday night, and I talk about the 3 essential oils that I feel are going to help people on an emotional level to get through the week ahead, because sometimes life gets to us and we feel a little bit out of balance. And then I give a rollerball blend as well, and I encourage people to use that so they can carry that around with them. So we get that right now as a member, and it's only $36 a month. So you get all kinds of free stuff. Your first month, you're actually going to get a copy of my 100-page spiral bound journal, which is actually, it's turning into like a prayer journal. It's teaching people to really connect to their higher self by journaling. And then you have a chance to revisit and go back and say, wow, yeah, that actually happened. Or my prayer that I actually wanted actually came true. And it's a spot for you to write down the essential oils as well. So there's lots coming. I just encourage you guys, just keep asking questions, sending me private messages. And again, there's lots of great stuff that I'm going to support people in my membership. All right. Thank you for listening. I will see you guys again here next week on Tuesday at 222. And I will post the links below this video. Cheers for now. Bye-bye.